Deendayal Bahuuddeshiya Prasarak Mandal is a volunteer organization working with thousands of farmers from Yavatmal district in Vidarbha to mitigate the prevailing agrarian crisis. Unfortunately, Yavatmal has been known as an epicenter of farmers' suicides for the last 15 years. Farmers' suicides is a worse symptom of a much wider, deeper, and complex disease known as agrarian crisis. In the initial phase, the organization worked with around 120 suicide-affected families to build their alternative livelihoods, including grocery shops, flour mill, and goat raising. Efforts to address the agrarian crisis began in year 2014. An action research was carried out with farmers from 6 selected villages to understand various dimensions of the crisis, including the associated intricacies. A brief understanding of the agrarian crisis is as follows. Agriculture has become investment intensive, with increasing the investment year after year. Agriculture has become dependent on centralized market, money, credit institutions, labor, and knowledge of various farming practices. All the organs of agroecology, including soil, friendly bugs, cattle, and forest, have deteriorated, and as a result, the agrarian system, including agroeconomy, agroecology, and agrosociology, is trapped in 45 vicious cycles. Therefore, the agriculture has become quite vulnerable and is highly prone to crop failure. Against this background, the organization has adopted a two-pronged strategy to address the crisis. First prong includes carrying out research with a set of farmers and at Deendayal Prabodhini to develop low-cost and high-yielding natural farming practices, whereas second prong includes dissemination of farming practices with participatory learning. This is not a work of transferring mere information to the farmers but demands transfer of practices as well. Therefore, our social workers regularly interact with farmers at their homes, convince them to adopt the practices, carry out regular farm visits to discuss local diverse issues and minute details of the practices, build capacity of farmers by working with them. Over the last 4 years, we have reached to around 2200 farmers from 122 villages in 6 different blocks of Yavatmal. Investments in pesticides and fertilizers have reduced by more than 80% and yield has increased by around 25%. Soil health has been improving and farmers could see earthworms in their farms, friendly insects on their crops. Many farmers have built their homes and toilets that were pending for many years. Till March 2019, we'll reach to around 4,000 farmers from 150 villages and will cover more than 15,000 acres of farmland.